Breaking news from Colombia. If you're not familiar with my channel, I report the news for Central and South America with a special attention on Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. I think I have 7 or 8 good stories, 7 or 8 big stories. They're all breaking, and one is an actual update on the American that was found deceased in Provenza yesterday. So make sure you stay to the end, because I also have another segment of the Expat Corner, where you, an expat, get to tell their story on life in Colombia. Let's jump into the first story right away. Beautiful woman who used Tinder to scam more than one person. Some of her victims were foreign tourists. Authorities in Meta confirmed the arrest of a 23-year-old woman who was apparently using the popular dating app Tinder to contact men who later became her victims of robbery in Villavicencio. The arrest took place in a joint operation between the Villavicencio Metropolitan Police and the CTI of the Attorney General's office in an area known as Caños Negros in the capital of Meta, where authorities allegedly found the young woman identified as 23-year-old Vanessa Alejandra Contreras Nieto. The prosecutor's office charged her with qualified and aggravated theft. According to the investigation, the young woman used her attractive appearance and suggestive photos on the dating app Tinder to contact potential victims, especially in Villavicencio and Bogotá, authorities confirmed after her arrest and appearance before a court in the capital of Meta. Her most recent victim was confirmed to be a tourist from New Zealand who met her through the app and arranged a date that ended in a multi-million-dollar robbery against the foreigner. After sharing a meal at a restaurant, they went to the foreigner's residence, where the woman allegedly gave him scopolamine to render him unconscious, the Attorney General's office stated during the prosecution. Vanessa Alejandra Contreras Nieto then allegedly entered the building with 2 other people who were her possible accomplices and stole belongings valued at more than 27 million pesos. Regarding this striking case, authorities indicated that he would not be the only victim of this young woman on Tinder, given that there are other documented cases in Villavicencio and the nation's capital that are being verified by the criminal justice system and linked to the same case against the young woman. Authorities announced that the investigation will continue to try to resolve the rights of the potential victims of this Tinder woman. Guys, over to Medellin. The following is an update. This is an update to the story that I did yesterday of the foreigner that was found deceased in Provenza. Again, if I get updates, I bring it up. I always get the questions, but sometimes they don't update it. But because it was so breaking earlier, then this is fresh. So let's get into it. He was celebrating his birthday. What happened to the Puerto Rican tourist in room 1110 is now known. Orlando Efren Cardona Rios had traveled to Medellin to celebrate his 57th birthday with his loved ones. A celebratory trip turned into tragedy for a Puerto Rican family after the passing of one of its members at a hotel in the Provenza neighborhood of El Poblado. Orlando Efren Cardona Rios, who had traveled to Medellin to celebrate his 57th birthday with his loved ones, passed in the early hours of Thursday, August 21st. The family, who arrived in Medellin on Wednesday, August 20th, stayed at the prestigious hotel. That evening, they had gone out to enjoy a dinner at the Argentine Grill restaurant and returned to the hotel without incident to rest. However, at around 3:30 a.m., a relative who shared room 1110 with Orlando noticed that he was having breathing difficulties. When he received no response, he went to the hotel reception for help. Emergency services were immediately notified, but upon arrival, medical personnel confirmed that Cardona Rios no longer had vital signs. Unofficially, it was learned that Cardona Rios had a medical history of hypertension and had suffered a stroke 2 years ago. Although authorities have not yet confirmed the official cause of his passing, it is presumed to be related to these health conditions. Again, condolences to the family and friends of Mr. Cardona Rios. I want to bring to your attention, though, that when you land in Medellin, you're not at sea level. So I'm in Houston. It's flat here. When I land in Medellin and I start walking is where it really hits me. Just going up Calle Diaz. Anyone who's ever walked from the Poblado Metro up to Parque Lleras, or that area, up to or Parque Poblado, anywhere in that area, you know it is gradual, but it is intense. And I want to say Laureles is still higher than sea level. So even though it's flat. So you got to be careful when you land there. So if you do have breathing issues like asthma or something else, I don't know if hypertension, how that affects people, but You got to be careful. It is for real. Take you a can of Boost if you can. Boost is a can of air. If you're climbing, like I just left Denver, they sell it at the airport, and it breathes you in, so it helps you sustain your oxygen levels. Anyway, keep that in mind when you land. In transportation breaking news, the TSA has new baggage restrictions. On August 20th, 2025, the TSA announced a ban on 3 items in checked luggage: high-capacity lithium batteries, flammable gels, and certain aerosols, citing heightened fire risk on flights. This decision follows incidents where these items cause safety concerns, prompting stricter regulations. Travelers now face the challenge of revising packing habits to comply with non-compliance, risking fines or confiscated items. The TSA advises checking their updated guidelines online to avoid disruptions. This change underscores the agency's focus on passenger safety amid evolving travel threats. Prepare your bags carefully to breeze through security. Change is always coming with TSA, and they will take your stuff. Remember, they took my liquor. We had a problem. Okay, Medellin's looming water crisis this weekend is going to be challenging for a lot of you guys. A major water outage will affect over 1.5 million residents in Medellin and nearby municipalities this weekend, starting Saturday, due to critical repairs on the city's aging water infrastructure. The maintenance, essential to preventing long-term supply issues, will disrupt daily routines from cooking to hygiene. Authorities are urging residents to store water and minimize usage, with emergency supplies being distributed in vulnerable areas. The crisis heightens the challenge of maintaining urban utilities in growing cities. Residents are advised to plan ahead to manage the temporary shortage effectively. More solo female travelers are choosing Colombia. A growing number of women are embarking on solo adventures across Colombia, drawn by its vibrant culture, stunning landscapes, and welcoming communities. From exploring Bogotá's historic streets to hiking in Medellin's lush valleys, these travelers are redefining independence and empowerment. Local tourism boards report a surge in solo female bookings, with safety resources and women-focused travel groups supporting the trend. This movement inspires others to embrace solo journeys, proving that confidence and preparation can unlock unforgettable experiences. And remember, guys, most of these issues that people have there revolve around 2 certain activities, and you know what they both are. Stay away from those activities, and chances are you have no issues. In Antioquia, an anti-narcotics police helicopter was attacked with drones. The lost toll from the helicopter attack in Antioquia has risen to 13. This is the latest death due to the severity of his injuries. Antioquia Governor Julian Rendon confirmed that the number of police officers killed has risen to 11. The latest victim is Captain Francisco Merchan, who was injured in the attack and passed at a clinic in Monteria due to the severity of his injuries. The tragic incident occurred in the rural areas of Amalfi, northeast of Antioquia, where the anti-narcotics police helicopter was attacked with drones and tutucos, with a mission to eradicate illicit crops. The other 12 bodies of the uniformed officers remained in the area, and authorities hope weather conditions will improve so they can be recovered. President Gustavo Petro also spoke out on his X account, lamenting the increase in victims and blaming the EMC's 36th front. My condolences to their families. These men passed for weakening GERD trafficking that runs routes through the Caribbean and heads to the United States, the president wrote. The president also called on cocoa leaf growers to join the government's substitution programs. Meanwhile, the 3 police officers injured in the helicopter attack in Antioquia continue to receive medical attention. The Bogotá-Girardot highway is completely closed. On August 21, 2025, a catastrophic clash between 2 heavy trucks closed the vital Bogotá-Girardot highway, snarling traffic and disrupting travel plans. Emergency responders are working tirelessly to clear the wreckage, but the road remains shut, forcing drivers to seek lengthy detours. The accident has raised concerns about road safety on this busy route, with authorities investigating the cause. Travelers are urged to monitor updates and use alternative routes to avoid delays. This incident underscores the need for improved safety measures in Colombia highways. So stay informed and drive cautiously. This story obviously is going to change, because once they clear that and the mountain and all the debris and they get that out, then they're going to open it back up. Okay, and lastly, and this is the last one, I'm going to let the mayor tell you this story because He says, we have nothing left to do. Medellin will have the sea. That's right. Medellin is going to have beaches. But I'm going to let the mayor tell you this story, and make sure you stay around to the end because the Expat Corner is going to start after this.
What's the one thing Medellin is missing? Well, people have always said that the only thing Medellin is missing is the sea and a beach. And listen up, because starting in 2027, we won't be missing anything. The beach won't be a plane ride away anymore. It'll be right here in the center and heart of the city. We'll be able to get there on foot, by metro, or by taxi. Today, we present to you the great Medellin Park. The Medellin Sea won't be the only change. Take a look at how the Mariana Pajon BMX track will turn out, completely renovated and ready to train the champions of the future. The Maria Luisa Cale Sports Complex will also look like this, modernized and with the best infrastructure for sports practice. The new Carlos Mauro Hoyos Aquatic Complex will be a beauty. 2 Olympic pools, 2 semi-Olympic pools, and we'll also have the great wave pool for children, youth, and adults. And this is how our Juan Pablo II jogging and cycling track will be transformed, expanding to 3 kilometers. Our city will have the best public triathlon center in the world. No one else has a sea like this. The Medellin Sea is equivalent to 10 Olympic pools. A dream of that size made reality. This transforms the vocation of Medellin, a city for sports, healthy living, and families. Our public resources well invested and with absolute transparency. Medellin, more wonderful every day. Medellin is getting better.
Okay, so there you go. According to the videos and the pictures that I've seen, this is something that I would definitely do. But it said it's at the airport, so I don't know if they're closing the airport. It looks like it's beside the airport. So I don't know if they're closing the airport and using that property as well, or if the airport happens to own the property next to it, and that is what they're using right now. But this is going to be big. Okay, it's time for the Expat Corner. Again, this is where you, the expat who lives in Colombia, get to tell your story. And today it's from Expat Dan. So let's jump into his story right away. He writes to me, "Hey Rob, I've been watching your videos for years. I moved to Medellin beginning in 2017. It just felt like home, and I stayed. The metro, both the trains and the cable cars, made the city uniquely easy to travel. I spoke almost no Spanish when I arrived, so I avoided tourist areas for a long time because I wanted to learn. I was traveling by myself, and in those early days, I was terrified to move around the city without my phone and some data, so I had my translator. I think most people will be surprised how easy it is to pick up the necessary conversation if they just try. Within 6 months, I was chattering away with taxi drivers for almost the entirety of every trip. Most conversations are pretty predictable. People will ask you where you are from, they'll tell you a little bit about their family, and then ask you if you have any family. Then they will carry out a lot of the conversation. That makes learning Spanish fun and easy. I met a lot of cool people and dated a number of very attractive women. If you think that it will be difficult for a guy in his 60s, you might be wrong. Some ladies want conversation, so if you aren't fluent, that's not going to work. For some others, it's not a problem as long as you are trying to learn. Some don't like the age difference, but others don't care. Some just think all foreigners are wealthy, but some are more intrigued by cultural differences. So there are some things to sort through, but I definitely met a number of really nice people, and I'm still in touch with some of them. Just be cautious when meeting strangers. I never took someone back where my belongings were until I knew them reasonably well. Guys need to remember that most nice girls in Colombia will not go back to your place the first night you meet them. That's a huge red flag. But if you do meet a nice girl, she is probably worth getting to know. When the lockdowns began, I had just met somebody new, and she was from another city where, of course, she had family. The city was smaller, and I was ready to try something new, so I moved. I since moved again to the Coffee Triangle, and people really need to know that the smaller cities that don't depend on tourism can be even more interesting and safer than the larger cities. In smaller cities that don't have an international airport, you are more likely to be treated like a minor celebrity than a crime target. Many of those cities are just a short bus ride from Medellin or Bogotá, and I have met people who literally have never met a foreigner before. Can you imagine? Like I said, you may be treated like a celebrity. Rents have really climbed in Medellin, but in most similar cities, the rents are half as much or less. I rent unfurnished because I have my own furniture, washer, and fridge. My 2-bedroom apartment is $250 USD per month, and all utilities plus internet always total less than $100. Taking a taxi downtown costs less than $5. But the bus is only 75 cents if you don't mind that. Oh, and the girl I moved for, she moved with me to the coffee region, and she is a good cook. We've been very happy together for the past 5 years. I'm attaching a photo that you can share. And this is signed Dan the Expat. Dan, thank you so much for sharing this information. So, guys, I hope you get some benefit out of this. You got to get to the smaller cities. Listen to what the guys that have been there before you, they know. You expats who are there, please share this information so that others that are coming behind you get the benefit of it. And they don't just come in raw and don't know how to act. And then you blame them. Look at him over there. I hate when these new people coming, these new tourists coming, they messing it up for us because they don't know any better. You haven't helped them. So pass on any stories you have. Guys, you are greatly appreciated for this segment. Let me know if you get benefit out of this segment. And again, please pass these stories on. They got to be truthful. So we'll communicate via email and then WhatsApp if we need to, but these stories need to be accurate. So if you have valuable information to share, please, please, please do. And please, please, please hit like. Like is valuable. Just stop right now. Stop. Hit like. It is extremely valuable when you hit like. When you subscribe, of course. But when you share, man, those are my favorite viewers right there, the ones that share. But anyway, you're up to date with the latest news out of Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
So, hey, girl, thanks for coming by my place.
No worries. You mind if our girlfriend can come by with us?
Hell no. This why I watch dcbornrob.
Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.